Yeah, awesome. Right, we are starting now the recording. Well, let's see now. We are like 5 or 8 episodes in the Universal Survivor arc in the Dragon Ball Super, right?
I would say actually a little bit more, but if you're talking about like training wise, then yeah, I guess I agree.
Yeah, so right now we are kind of looking forward to how things will turn out to be. And I think the most interesting thing will be how this tournament will turn out to be, not only story wise, but also like, will they do like this Frieza 5 minutes thing, for each encounter fights? Because we're talking about 17 new characters fighting in a new fight, and I have hardly to see that they would just skip some fight just to get to the big fight. So yeah.
Well, yeah, in my opinion, yeah, I don't even think we'll see all 80 fighters. Like, I don't think we're gonna get like a Naruto backstory filler type thing. I do feel like we are gonna get a lot of development though from Goku, Vegeta, mostly from Vegeta because he did just get a new child.
Yeah,
But we're
yeah.
gonna see a lot of from Gohan because he promised his father, he promised to Videl that he would become a better fighter, and here we are. And this could be his chance to prove to his wife and his daughter and his father and everybody he cares about on how far he can come to. So the Universe Survival arc isn't just about surviving; it's also showing how much growth these characters have come from Z, and that's why I really hope they don't rush the arc because if they rush development, you can't take it back. It's just rushed and it's not like very emotional. Like when Future Trunks left Gohan or the our timeline, yes, it was sad. It was very emotional because we grew up with Future Trunks with the Future Trunks Android Saga.
Yeah.
But if they dragged it out, if Future Trunks was still here and he was talking with Gohan, he was with Android 17, blah blah blah, and he was with us until the end of the Universe Survival arc until like they win or whatever, and he left us. That would have been a lot more emotional than it would have been Trunks just leaving us in the first day. So what Toei can do, they have a lot of potential. I still hold the Goku Black arc above the Universe Survival arc, but if Toei plays their cards right, they can obviously make this a better story.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm totally with you because the different with the Future Trunks arc and the Universe Survival arc, that the Trunks arc made a spin and a twist that no one expected, because everyone thought that, oh, a evil Goku clone is like, it was nothing new, because in the end we have Turles, we have many other characters that have done the same thing.
Right.
And now it seems like, oh, it's just a Kaioshin that made Captain Ginyu move on Goku and simply kill Goku before he could retaliate.
Right.
So yeah, but the thing was, Samasu in the end, sure, he was super annoying and a creepy, but he was a super effective villain, because we saw him not only as a deep character, but also he grew up from being a Kaioshin to being a fallen Kaioshin, and that was a concept no
Right.
one knew what to expect from him.
He's
So
probably one of the best villains that
yeah, yeah,
Dragon Ball in general has ever had.
absolutely, I'm
Because
totally with you.
because like we can all agree with Namas because what the fuck just happened? Trump just launched like 50 missiles towards Syria. Like this is the problem the world's had. We have too many conflicts and we just don't come together as unity. And Zamasu was kind of right. We only start problems. We only start wars. We never have come to actually talk and come to an agreement. Because if we did,
And
I
look,
can
and
promise you, this world could have been a lot better than it
and
is.
you know what? I think it's kind of funny that exactly when Samasu is defeated, the Universal Survivor arc begins, just with the that the Goku said to all of the gods, like, "Oh, come on at me." And what was Samasu complaining about? That mortal don't have respect with gods, and that's exactly what Goku is doing, showing disrespect. So I find it super ironic that Goku is doing like this. I don't know if he's doing.
It's just like 1 second. Zamasu was like, wait for like 1 day, and this would all came together.
Yeah, yeah. And if Samasu, do you know what I think? It was a little waste opportunity
What?
that they killed off the universe, the original timeline Samasu, because you know what would make a better story?
What? Oh,
Imagine,
they would kill him to the end of Super,
no,
the end of the final.
imagine like this. Imagine that instead of Beerus killing off the original timeline Samasu,
Yeah.
and they just kill off the Trunks timeline Zamasu and Goku Black, but let the original one stay. Because they say, oh, he's not evil, he's not doing anything evil, and they're trying to convert him to good. But he still is neutral because he still thinks that mortal are piece of shits and don't have respect.
Right.
And he's smart. He's thinking, oh, if they are stopping me in the future, it's no point to me to rebel right now. It's not the time. And
well, I mean, like they did kind of reveal the when before he killed him, he said, "Oh, Zamas, we saw you in the future become evil," and he was like, "Oh, if that's me, then I cannot feel right now."
yeah, exactly. I feel that was a point that the writer in the Dragon Ball Super made a mistake, because if they were smart and they were thinking that, oh, and the next arc will be the survivor arc, and that's exactly when Zamasu will try to revolt and bring other gods in his side. And
imagine if they saved this Zamasu from the original timeline, instead of getting himself, he can get Black Vegeta, and then I can promise you the fans would scream. If they
I mean, imagine like this, people. Imagine if Zamasu would bring Goku Black in the Universe Survivor arc, in the tournament. Can you imagine how the tournament will be? Not because, and you will try to ask, but how will that work? Because Goku Black would be killed. Well, the time ring. Zamasu can easily steal the time ring and said, "Go Asu, you know what? I need to borrow the time ring because I'm going to use it for an advantage."
You know, I don't think that Goasu would.
No, but
who could stop him?
yeah, that's the point. That's the point. And not only that, I mean, Zamasu can participate as well, because in the end, he's not a Kaioshin. He's apprentice to a Kaioshin.
And he's one of the strongest fighters.
Yeah. So imagine if something like that. I would totally be better hyped if Goku Black, after we've seen Goku Black fight with Super Saiyan Blue, Goku and Vegeta and all that with Vegito, and then suddenly know that, oh, Goku Black is not done. He's in the Universe Survivor arc, and Jiren and fucking female Broly. I mean, holy crap.
And then it would be really cool, because do you ever watch Naruto? I don't know if you did.
Yeah, I do watch Naruto, actually.
Okay, so do you know how in the preliminaries Orochimaru in the Naruto Part 1 that he was in the Forest of Death, but he disguised himself as a...
Yeah, I know.
Imagine if Goku Black was somebody else.
Oh, that would be... You know what? That would be not only a wicked homage to Naruto, but also like the biggest hype awakening for everyone, because right now, I don't think that it's enough that we have just Jiren and the Pride Trooper and now the female Broly, because the only information everyone is waiting for, and this is honest, is the name and the home universe of the female Broly, because that's the only thing that's missing right now, because nobody cares about the fat Teletubby lady that Vegeta is fighting in the intro. No one cares about that. Everyone is like waiting for the answer. Which universe is the female Broly, and how strong will she be, and how is her story? Because
and even Toei knows that. Toei knows that we already know who the fighters gonna be. It's gonna be Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Jiren, probably Toppo. I don't see the Broly girl making it.
That's the problem. That's the problem. We don't know, because if we're going to rewind and analyzing what is a legendary Super Saiyan, if we are using Broly as an example, okay? Because we know that in basic, the legendary form makes you technically overwhelming. Your ki is never out. It's never turned out. If you imagine like a cup of water, okay, a cup, and then now you pour down water in it, okay. The ki is constantly overflowing its capacity. In other words, it means that her limit, she has no, how you say, she's always at limit breaking. But that also made Broly in that stage, it made him like invulnerable to attacks that were below his limit. In other words,
I feel like I don't necessarily agree with that, because if he was technically limit breaking, then how did he lose to Goku on the first punch?
Because you know what, that's the most easily explained, because somehow, and I don't know how this like a bullshit story, but that's the logic I can see it, is that when Goku asked everyone to share his energy with him, they made so his energy capacity went over Broly's. in that moment.
I guess
That's
you say the
what.
legendary. I guess
That's
you say the legendary form. Oh, like is gonna if the more he gets more key, then it's gonna break him. It's gonna make him explode.
Yeah, and that's why when Goku punch him, you see like a shell breaking, and
Yeah.
that was because that in the end Broly is like a energy source that is uncontainable, and as soon you break the shell, well, he explodes.
Time
That's
bomb basically.
Yeah, yeah, and but that's the thing. We don't know if they're going to retcon that and say that no, no, no. We're just using the design and picture of how legendary form is, but how it works, we will try to explain it better or maybe worse. We don't know, and that's the thing.
Honestly, we don't even know if it is a legendary form because it's not exactly Broly. It's just an homage to Broly.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly, and that's the thing because if they say that this is the legend, and they're referring to as only a legend but not as to Broly, then it means that it's technically a legendary form, a homage, and also they're kind of retconning the transformation. And
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
see it as
know.
a bad thing, to be honest, because yeah, Broly has a really stupid backstory. I
I
mean,
feel like Team Four Star captured really well because we're all like Vegeta.
yeah, yeah,
Vegeta
yeah.
sounds cool, but he's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're giving a new chance. We're giving a brand new character, and I like her design. She has all the Broly stuff, and she looks good. I mean, and right now she has like three forms. She has her normal Super Saiyan, tall, and now legendary buff form. But we don't know if the legendary buff form is the outrage form or the tall version is more like the controlled form of her. And that's the real weird part because sure, we know that some Super Saiyan transformation can make you like grow in size and muscle, right? Like
Yeah.
in like Ultra Trunks and Super Vegeta, but this girl, she like grew 5 sizes taller and all that, and I'm like, not even Broly grows that big because in the end Broly was quite tall. I mean, Broly was like the tallest character of all the movie villain as humanoids. In his base
Yeah.
form, Broly was like 2 meters and 20 centimeters or something like that. He is that quite tall. And then when he goes to legendary form, he goes like over 5, 6 meters.
Yeah, because Goku's like at the size of his elbow, so it's like
Yeah, yeah. So and this girl likes. We don't know if she's like the same size. If this girl is the same size of Kabe, and then grows like 10 times bigger, holy crap! I'm just saying she has great clothes design because, to be honest, those that top should just break off, with the size growing.
well, I do see a lot of potential for this Broly character. Just that I'm not really interested because when you are, I feel like Toei's doing this on purpose. They're trying to make us forget about the Broly because when we first saw the Broly girl, everybody in the Dragon Ball community was losing their shit because like, oh my god, Broly's back, Broly's
Yeah,
back,
yeah,
Broly's
yeah.
back. And then like people were like geeked on Naruto and all these people were like, Broly is not fucking coming back. Broly's done. He's done. And then Toei was like, fuck all of you. Then they gave an homage at the most. So I feel like Toei's gonna do a surprise on us from the Broly girl because they're trying to hey, forget about the Broly girl. We got this guy named Topo and this fierce looking fighter.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
So
like the strongest one of all. And they're trying to direct our attention by bringing all the gods together and trying to make us look at the clown god and the elephant god. They're really trying hard to make us forget all about the Broly girl.
yeah, and
And
that's
then
and that's and that's the weirdest thing because we have been spoiled by like 3 episodes ahead, and still we have no information about the legend about the female Saiyan. And I think not only is it interesting, but it's really like, are they hiding their trump card to like hyping up even more, or are they just because in the end I have hard to see that Universe 11, 6, and 7 are the only relevant team with good fighters because I have hard to see that the other universe don't have like good fighters that are at least one of them has the same level as a God of Destruction.
yeah,
Because
I feel
year
like Universe 9 is done. Don't try to hope for them to make a comeback because
no no
they're
no
just
I don't because in the end sure Bergamo was not as strong but in the end his ability to absorb and become stronger is quite fearful because he has that's a perk he can utilize to the fullest in that tournament. You know how?
Well, I don't see a lot of potential because Goku was still fucking around.
Yeah. But that was the problem. Imagine like this: if Bergamo is willingly letting him get hit, but by several fighters, and right now we have like 80 fighters, okay? And as long as Bergamo doesn't fall off the stage, you know, he can just powering up, and Sam's.
And I can also beg, how big can he get before he breaks the stadium and kills? Like
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing. If the stage break, he's.
highly doubt because the Grand Prix is doing at least a good job.
You know what? I think that the stage will at least be a planet size, like a scale, because.
Oh yeah, obviously, I see that.
And if you imagine like that, then Bergamo is clearly at advantage, but because as long as he can stay in the center and become as tall as he can be, and powering up and do like one super area of effect attack and then just blow out everyone out of the stage, he can literally make that happen. And not only that, many says that Lavender can't use his poison, but what many forgot is Lavender's poison is not a weapon outside. It is a technique he uses.
Yeah, it's basically a part of him. You can't blame. He's literally breathing his poison.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really dangerous because his poison is not lethal immediately. It's deteriorating over time. And that is quite fearful because in the end he can just poison as many people as possible, as many fighter, and then let Basil kick them out one by one, you know, because Basil is like the quickest and has the best technique to push someone out of the stage, you know. So I can imagine something like this. Bergamo would be like a shield, Lavender would be like a poisoner, and Basil would be the outtaker. So they will use this teamwork together, and you know which.
It's not even just them. You have to remember, there's going to be other people in Universe 9.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just saying that what we know so far, you know, I can see those three in that dynamic, and I think that Super has spoiled us some with another dynamic duo. Do you know which I prefer to?
The Pride Troopers.
No, well, yeah, sure, but not those actually. I'm referring to Magetta and Botamo.
Well, yeah, they do have potential. It's just like you said about the one fat Teletubby girl. People are gonna forget about her, but people didn't like think much of Botamo and Magetta, but they kind of pushed Vegeta and Goku at the most.
And not only that, their perks, they having ability and perks that are quite not only fearsome but also very troublesome, because in the end Magetta could take on a final flash from Super Saiyan Vegeta.
Well, honestly, I feel like he was holding back because he was trying to save.
Yeah, but still, it's not an easy feat, you know. He actually took it head on, and he suffered no damage, because if you're looking in the match, Magetta did not suffer any kind of damage, like sufficient damage outside his body. Sure, he got knocked out, but if you imagine a stage big as a planet size, as surely the Grand Prix are going to build, Magetta will be very difficult to get out of, because he's not only heavy, he's like, yeah, and they cannot use flying. Yeah, sure, they can fly, but I think that sure, Magetta may have a disadvantage because all of his attack are heat-based, you know, lava, and he can.
You need an enclosed space too. That's why I feel like Vegeta was having trouble, because he was being pushed.
Yeah, he was limited, and so the question will be if the arena will have an atmosphere, because even if it is a planet size, the question is, will Magetta be able to heat up as quickly as he did? Maybe not, because I mean a planet-size atmosphere will be like too hard to heat up that quickly, actually. So yeah, but what did you think about the Pride Troopers, by the way, Dispo and the General?
I hate them.
Really?
Who I'm really waiting for is.
Wow, that was.
It's a cop out. It's a complete fucking cop out of Genji Fork, because I already seen them enough. I already seen them twice, and one in the Freezer Tag and one in the F. we have too much of the Genghis Force, and them trying to, hey, here's another cop out. No, it's just stop. At least they're making it different. They're like, here's this one badass motherfucker who just sits down and trains like Piccolo, and he doesn't talk a lot, and he actually gets his shit done. So
I'm waiting. I'm
that
waiting for
gives
him
me
to
hope.
speak. I'm actually waiting for Jim to speak because it is two things. I want to see him interact, and I want to see if he does the pose or not. Because in the end, it seems like it is like a Pride Trooper thing that they need to pose and represent themselves. And I think the titles are quite interesting because Dispo is the Sonic Warrior and the General is the Slashing Warrior. I'm like, really? Slashing? Okay.
Right, and then G-Ren, he's just like, Togo, he didn't even brag about him. He says he's the strongest one or he's stronger than me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when you see him train, he just doesn't care. He's just like meditating, like he's just waiting for one opponent to actually challenge him. So
Yeah.
I want to see what his potential is, but I don't want him to ruin him or give him like a crappy voice or anything, or like, hi, my name is Jiren or whatever.
Oh my god. You know what?
I'm just imagining that now. Just what if his voice?
You know what? You know what? I really hope they don't do like a Monaka thing with Jiren.
Oh, I highly doubt it, but if they, oh my god.
Yo, no, because I remember when Monaco was announced and everyone lost their shit because they were like, oh, holy crap, this is the strongest opponent Beerus fought. And then in the end, it was.
I was a part of that group too. I was like, holy, is that really the guy? Was it like his nipples? And
Yeah, yeah, and there was like thousands and thousands of theory videos in YouTube, like, oh, how Monaka can use his nipple, and I was like, you know what? Me and my little brother, we were laughing our ass off because we were like, wow, people on the YouTube are like really, they don't have patience at all. They're just putting out theory, making themselves like, if you're correct, congratulations, you can prognosticate in the future, but if you're wrong, holy crap, all that time and work and hype for nothing and you look stupid in the end. And I was like, when it revealed that Beers just used him like a motivation, I was like, holy crap, Toei just pissed off a lot of people right now and I love it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even get mad at all because I was because when remember when Hit or some like Hit cut the piece of glass and then Monaka was all scared. I was like, okay, this guy is a fucking baloney.
You know what? That
And
part.
honestly, Goku's reaction, I just want him to do like, hey, he's actually weak. He's not actually this strong.
Yeah, yeah. No, but you know what? When that scene happened, I almost was like, "Holy crap! He is that good. He can predict where the shard glass will hit, and that's why he didn't move." So I was like, and then couple episodes ahead, I was like, "No, he's a weak fuck."
Yeah.
I was kind of riding along, and then I was like, "No, no, 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 no. This is too
Well, no,
good."
it was because when he got knocked out because Goku uses Kamehameha, I was like, no, this is obviously bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. No, but
It was funny the reaction of Goku. He beat Hit in one hit, and then he was like, what?
it was quite funny, and I still think it's funny that they're still using that joke that Beerus haven't told the truth to Goku about Monaka. That the first person Goku mentioned is like, "Oh, we need Monaka in our team," and Beerus like, "No, he's ill. He cannot participate." And I was like, "Wow, really? You really?"
Break it, just like break it. I don't see what the big deal is.
I think it's more about his pride, because in the end he's a god, and God are not supposed to lie.
Well, to be honest, Goku doesn't really care about Beerus because he can challenge him now. He may not be able to.
To be honest, to be really honest, I don't think that it's like this. I think that Goku has reached that point that he can challenge Beerus, but I hardly think that he can win against him because in the end Toriyama told everyone that now in Super in the anime, Beerus is supposed to be like a limit that Goku trying to achieve right now, right?
Right. Yeah.
But the thing is that in the end, it's just like how you say. If I would compare it to another anime using the same goal, like in One Punch Man, if you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen One Punch Man.
Yeah, yeah. So like in One Punch Man, Saitama is supposed to win with one punch, and until he faces his greatest opponents ever, right?
Yeah.
Beerus is representing that goal. That when Goku facing Beerus, that would be the final of Super actually,
Right. Yeah.
because it would make sense.
Like, yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, so sure, I think that Goku is near that limit, but I still believe that he need to be developing not only more like fighting skill and power and grow as a character, but he needs to realizing that to be a strong fighter in that level, not only as a planet buster or galaxy buster, or beyond universe buster, you need to take responsibility and be more humble about yourself, because at this moment Goku is not humble, and I think that's something that Beer is
Well, he
trying
never
to.
has been humble. It's just okay. One thing I'm gonna get past is this is Goku from Dragon Ball, Kid Goku.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
Kid Goku, and he's never been humble. He's just been an idiot. He's
Well,
built so
sometime to be honest, sometime Goku in the Dragon Ball, he's been humble. I mean, to Master Roshi when he was training with him and all those things, and when he were learning new stuff, Goku is
It's like
humble.
I still see like Goku giving respect to Beerus and Whis. He doesn't like completely shit on him, but I feel like he's more respectful to Master Roshi because he's literally the guy who taught him everything.
He raised him up technically after Grandpa Gohan. So yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I want to see Master Roshi in the Survivor arc because they are spoiling that he's going to use the Mafuba, and I really want to see how he's going to use it.
I don't think he can because it's against law.
Technically, he can. He cannot seal them, but in the end, many people are forgetting what the Mafuba actually does. The Mafuba is a manipulation space technique.
Well, yeah, the jar is basically a tool of what you need, and
Exactly. But if you're using without the jar, what does it do? He can literally pick you up and then like manipulate you through the air and throw you away. So technically, yeah, the Mafuba is a broken technique because it can affect anyone regardless of power or scaling.
well, yeah, but what was I about to say? Did he ever do that in Dragon Ball? He like in like the Tenkaichi Budokai, he stunned Goku with his hands. I don't know what it was called. It was like a zapping move, but then it was stunning Goku until he looked at the moon, then he turned into a great ape. I forgot what that move was called.
Oh, is I think it was like a paralyzing technique.
Yeah, basically that.
Yeah, yeah, but it was not the Mafuba because, like I said, the Mafuba, as soon as you target someone, that person or individual cannot escape, no matter how fast they are, and he can manipulate them and like sway them in any way, and that's the thing. It is one hit. If you get hit by it, then he can manipulate you and put you away. And I think the funny thing is that we have four fighter in the Universe 7 team that can do the Mafuba.
Goku,
Yes,
Roshi, Piccolo.
and Tien.
Well, I haven't seen him perform. Has he performed?
He has performed it in Dragon Ball, and he knows how to do it because when Tien were trying to face the father of Piccolo,
Yeah, Demon King Piccolo.
exactly. They show how he trained and he perfected the Mafuba actually quite fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is four character that knows the Mafuba, so it would be quite funny if they're like using, because that means that four people will be automatically out with the Mafuba.
Well, yeah, but honestly, I don't really want to do Mufuba because that's just like I don't know. I don't know how to put it. I just want to see Master Roshi using his skills. I don't see him getting it far, but how badass it will be to see Master Roshi back from the Dragon Ball days.
Oh, that would be
Now,
badass.
I would want that more than some Mufuba trick because it doesn't even work that well because he does need a lot of stamina or to take him down. People who are a lot stronger than he is.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That's the big problem. It is 48 minutes. Sure, is short and less than 1 hour, but it is 80 fighters. It is 17 fighter against Universe 7 at this point, technically, thanks to Goku, because Goku made everything much more difficult. I mean, holy crap. When he said like that, oh, come on at me, give me your best fighter, I was like, dude, really?
Honestly, I was laughing my ass. I was like, yes, yes, this Goku.
Yeah. I was like, okay, he's savage and he's tough and all that, but I was like, Goku, you know that you never fought against 17 best fighter of universe things ever. You only fought like one versus one fighter, but never 17.
You do remember that Beerus said that there are better guys or strong guys than he is, and I'm like, he did remember that, right?
Yeah, and I was like, and Goku, you don't want to piss off the God of Destruction because they can kill you, technically.
They can Hakai you on the spot.
Yeah,
But
and I was like, Goku, you haven't defeated Beerus, and you're trying to piss off eight other version of fighters at his level at least? What the fuck, dude? Really? Okay, but if we're going to try to change the theme of this topic, girls, the best, the waifu of the Dragon Ball franchise.
yeah, this is gonna be our pervinist side, so just prepare for that.
Yeah, so, and when I will put out this in YouTube, I will also send a copy to Raging Saiyan. We will put it in 18 plus, okay? So, because we're going to be foul on our language. We're going to need to do it, okay? Yeah, we need to do that, because otherwise YouTube will just bring us down for nothing.
They're gonna demonetize this for no fucking reason.
Yeah. So, anyway, Android 18. Holy crap. I never thought that there can be such a attractive and strong representative female character in that way, because not only is she awesome in her character development, but also her personality is so fucking sweet. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like vanilla with it's like as soon you drink that drink, you get hooked up on it right away. That's Android 18.
And I feel like TFS did a perfect job when we first saw 18 because we did admit she was beautiful, but we were like, you can't let a devil basically who is very monstrously strong and who is very beautiful, you can't let him go. But Krillin, he basically wanted cyber sex at the most.
Yeah.
That's what,
You know what's really bothering me a lot? That Toriyama didn't make a spin-off manga showing how Krillin dated Android 18, because
why hasn't he? It's been like 20 years.
yeah, because it's like a wasted potential, because it was like how many years when after the Cell game and the Boo arc, it was like
7 years.
7 years, right?
Yeah.
I mean, holy crap, you can make like an entire manga series about how Krillin first met Android 18 after he wished her back or take away the bond from her, and then how he won over her heart and all that, and then they get married and get a child. I mean, holy crap, that's so goddamn beautiful material to show, because in Super, they're showing... I love how they're showing their relationship in every way, you know?
Yeah, it's really. I feel like 18 is one of the most, besides Vegeta, one of the most developed people ever, because this girl, she was neglected. She was hated because nobody cared about Lapis or Lisu. They wouldn't care if she was gone.
Yeah.
So it was like, let me just take them off your hands, and nobody really cared. So for the fact that they were bent on hell revenge for their master, and yet they destroyed him, and somebody still saw her for who she was and how he accepted her personally, not for the devil she was. I think that kind of made her feel at home at the most, I guess. And she didn't care that Krillin wasn't the sexiest guy in the whole squad, I guess. But she also looked at Krillin. She was like, okay, this guy sees me for what I am. Let me see what he is. And that's how I feel like it started off. So that's how I feel like they can kind of turn each other on at the most. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does have the most developed, because Krillin was stupid enough to say, hey, Goku, punch me in the fucking face, after he is like on the power level of God.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can you that's basically telling somebody, hey Robert, can you shoot me just to see if I can survive? That's what he's asking. And even though that's one of the dumbest things to do, Android 18 just smiled because she was just happy about it. And I feel like she is one of the most developed people. But
She's also quite funny. She's also like the most interesting character, because if you think about it, sure, she cares about money, but in the end she cares about money because she's thinking about her family and their living situation and the living expense. Because we shown now that they living at their own place now. They're not living with the Masaroshi Island like in the sea
They have
anime.
like a fucking nice house. Like,
Yeah, and it is a two story, a two how you say in English, a two plane, you know, and the upper floor has a gym and all, and I was like, damn, that's not cheap, you know, to have a house like that and with a gym with all of those equipment, those that's
what I don't really
expensive.
understand is like, did they forget about 18 and 17 because they did terrorize the present timeline as of right now? But did they just like forget about her?
To be honest, I think that if you imagine, like, sure, 7 years has passed and then more years have passed after the Boo arc, you know, and so many things has happened. So I think, like, in the end, people will forget naturally, and since 18 look like a regular human because she's not buff or she's blonde and beautiful, but she still look ordinary, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. It's
But
just not like people just they still remember what Hercule saved the world. Remember when Hercule saved the world from Cell, I guess, and he saved the world from Boo. I guess that's really easy to forget about 18, but it's just still I
and
forget.
that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't think that so many people in that world in the Dragon Ball actually saw the androids, because those that saw them and got killed,
Well, they
they
basically did, yeah, exactly.
no, they got resurrected. Many of them got resurrected after the Cell arc, you know. So I think they were
Yeah,
like,
because they only wish for those who died because of Cell, not because of 18 and 17, I believe.
I don't think they actually killed any people when they got free from Dr. Giro.
Are you
Be-
sure? I could have
yeah,
sworn.
I'm quite sure, because in the end, I think the Team Four Star actually made a joke about that, because when Vegeta tried to fight against 18, you know, and she like hopping around the freeway, it's
Yeah.
actually Vegeta killing people in the cars and not 18.
Oh yeah.
So that's the biggest, and that's the thing I did not know. So I was like, wow, Vegeta, you just like killed 50 people right now, and the android haven't killed a single one, you know. I think
So
the
I
wor-
believe Vegeta's the bad guy.
yeah, and the funny thing is that in the end, I don't think that the android killed anyone. I mean, in the Future Trunks, yeah, they kill a lot of people, but in the regular timeline, they haven't killed a single one actually. Because I think the worst thing they did was like hijacking or taking. I think they broke the police car, you know. That was the worst thing, and robbing that clothes store. But that was like the thing. So yeah, I do not remember seeing them kill a human in that way.
Well, I probably forgot, but moving on from that, I think the next one is Chi Chi. This is gonna be a really hot topic because
Oh my god! I have a problem with her because, to be honest, this sounds kind of weird because I liked her design when she was like before she married Goku.
yeah, I guess
That was
I
her
feel like
best.
the
That
Cell Saga was at her prime. I feel like
yeah,
it, especially
yeah.
the BoJack movie and the at the end of Z when they killed off Boo when they were with Bulma and they're like, hey, Bulma wanted to switch wives with our husband Vegeta. I think that was her prime. She
Yeah,
looked really beautiful in that, but Cell Saga was at her best because she did understand Gohan. Probably not what the situation was going on, but yeah.
she at least understood and didn't nag about it like forever, like in Super. Because I think in the end, what Super's trying to say about Chi Chi, she's becoming a trope character, like a gag character, because her only characteristic is she is annoyed that Goku and Gohan are fighting again,
Yeah.
because she's seeing that why should these two people fight when we have gods that are our side, you know? What is the point?
Well, yeah, that's true. I,
So
I feel I understand why people are like, oh my god, I fucking hate Chi Chi. I don't hate Chi Chi. I just hate how when Hit first came, you know how Goku was trying to sense for him,
yeah,
and he was doing push-ups in the house.
yeah.
Any strong fitness guy was doing push-ups in the house, especially if their child is on their back. Chi Chi had the nerves go do that fucking outside. I was like, what's a big deal? What's the problem with that? That's like when I really got pissed at Chi Chi because she wants Goten to study. Yes, I understand that he needs to study, but don't constantly nag at him. Don't make him something that he doesn't want to. Yes, Chi Chi does. TFS, like we keep referencing them, but they
Yeah.
do a good job, like explain her. She doesn't want her child to die. She wants the best for him,
Yeah,
and she doesn't want him to become like a Goku who only his hell bent on fighting. She doesn't want that.
a
She
redneck
doesn't see
boy
anything
that
wrong with
cannot
that. She's
even
like,
read. that
yeah,
that one, because if you remember that that episode arc with the assassination of Goku, with Hit. Goku's
yeah,
shopping list, it was picture of meat. I was like, holy crap, that's really depressing. That Goku needs to have picture of what he's need, not words. That's really bad. So if you're liking Goku and you're looking up as like an idol, it means that wow, you're looking up to someone that cannot even read words of things that need to buy things. That's really bad.
yeah, yeah. And it's just like Chi Chi isn't a bad mother. She's a very good mother. She's
Yeah.
what all mothers would actually do. They would actually make their
And it would
sons
be
and
it would make more sense because in the end, if you're thinking how Saiyan eats so much, and you think about, I think Masako X have done a video about this, but a living expense with that appetite,
yeah, you
it's,
can
it,
get
it's not it's not that cheap because it is expensive. It's super expensive if you're not like super rich like Bulma or Mr. Satan. And even if Goku received like 100 million Seni, those money goes away quite quickly because he eats all of that money up in like a half a
yeah.
year, something
And
like that.
that's another good thing about Chi Chi because she doesn't nag at Goku about how much he eats. She finds it lovable. She loves that.
Yeah, sure.
And
And that's the thing. She knows that, but to survive, or how you say, not become a parasite of the society, you need to have study, you need to have good work, and to have good work, you need to have education. And I think that's why she's actually pushing on Goten as much she did on Gohan, because now she know, oh, Gohan is a scholar. He receive his future is great because not only he has a great house or a mansion technically, thanks to Mr. Satan, and oh right, we need to talk about Vidal next actually.
yeah,
Uh, so yeah, but the last thing about Chichi, sure she has a nagging personality, but her heart is at a good place.
yeah, and I feel like she's misunderstood because Goku is always gone. That's why I feel like Vegeta was always gone at times. I feel like Bone would come nagging too, but she does have her nagging moments. But I feel like since Goku's always gone, he's been gone for 7 years at one point. He died for like 1 year,
Yeah, and to
and he's leaving Chi Chi to go with Whis all the time. I feel like it's the point where Chi Chi's not feeling loved by the person who she married, and when Goku said, "I love you, Chi Chi," and they
yeah.
have all these sweet moments. It's like where has she thinks that Goku doesn't love her as much, and that's wrong because he fucking raged against them Goku Black when he killed Chi
Oh
Chi.
yeah, yeah. That
So I feel
was.
like she's misunderstanding Goku, but Goku is like not treating her how a husband should. But then again, Goku doesn't know how to be a husband.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing. Many people forgets that in the end, Goku is kind of uneducated. He hasn't received the proper education to how to behave or how to do things right. Because in the end, he never understood what marriage was. He never
he didn't
understood.
understand married when he actually married her.
Yeah, yeah, because
He wanted to make her happy. He didn't
yeah,
understand.
because his thought process when he was a kid, he was like, oh, it is like a food or something that makes you happy. Okay, sure, I promise. And then when he was a teenager, he was like, oh shoot, I did promise you. Okay, sure, let's get married.
He understood what it meant, but he didn't actually mean it. Like that's like very misunderstanding. Goku didn't mean it when
You know
he
what?
was fun
You know
making
what I
it.
really want that Toei actually release in the end? I want uh I want an official manga story showing the night activity with all of the pairs in the Dragon Ball.
I feel like that's gonna get into hentai a little too
No,
much.
no. I'm deadly serious because I think we need it because so many people have speculated not only in fan fiction but in doujinshi and in many other things. And I think
Yeah,
that we as a fan base and as super geeks and all that, we deserve to know how it really should have been or what was the truth. Because
yeah.
if Toriyama want to be pervert and just go full out, just make him do that in the end.
Just
Because
he's already known to like meet what Marin and all these girls who are very bodily attractive. Just might as well just go full out pervert and just
Yeah, because
mass ferocious style in all of them.
I would love, you know what? I would love to just see a manga series and you see like Master Roshi and he's like, "Oh, you're here finally. You want to see the truth? Okay, I can show you the truth. You pervert like me." And then just show you the panel one after the another about the night activity, like Bulma and Vegeta's first conception together. The night. That scene where the Team Force are make the joke. With the Galley gunfire, and he's like, "Yep," with the broken ribs and all.
Oh god, I don't.
Yeah, yeah, and the thing with Chi Chi and Goten, go for 10. You know what I'm looking forward to? You know what I really, really looking forward to? Krillin and 18. I wonder how they will do that scene.
I really don't want to know. That's
Yeah, I want to know that. I want to see and know that because I know at as soon as it will air, I will literally laugh my ass off.
okay. I think we need to. I think we got Gigi covered. She's still level 1, which is a little crazy. Let's go on.
Videl.
Man, got
Oh,
me imagining what would happen.
yeah. You know what? I think that of all the female character, I think that Videl is quite unique because she's not naggy. She's not like over powerful. She's like natural, sweet, but still a, a kick-ass personality.
I feel like
Because
she lost that personality since the Gohan being the Great Saiyaman, but I don't want to
not
count
as
Videl
much
as yet
actually,
because
not as much. I would disagree in that because in my eyes, I think that Videl in Super is more about she's a mature woman. She's becoming a mother,
yeah,
and
yes, I do agree with mature. But when Barry like stole Pan, I feel like she would if that was Videl from the Buu saga, I swear to God she would have fucking went hell on she would have went hell on Barry. I genuinely see that happening.
yeah, yeah. But that's the thing. She's mature. She's like older, and when you're in that age, you don't care about using violence as an answer. She's just using her wits and logic because in the end, she knew that Barry just used the situation to make Gohan look bad, and Videl is like. Dude, I slept and have a children with him. I know how he is. You cannot fool me with that bullcrap.
Yeah, I do. I do. I don't want to go full on deep with Videl because we haven't seen her become a full mother yet. We've only seen her as a little child with Pan. But the reason why I love Videl so much is because Barry set up Gohan really well. He was like, he got pictures of him kissing Coco.
Yeah,
She said, "That's not my Gohan. I know Gohan. There's a reason behind this, and you're trying to set him up now. Can you please leave?" I feel
yeah.
like that's how Videl is. Like, I don't really see that, but I mean, like, that's a badass wife. I could have sworn if I had a wife, she would have killed my ass for that. But Videl, she's like, that's not Gohan.
You know
That's
what?
not
You know
Gohan.
what? When I saw that episode in YouTube stream, in the live stream, together with many others, and I saw the chat and the reaction when Barry showed the picture, and the first thing I saw was like, "Oh my God, Gohan is going to sleep on the couch tonight." Oh,
I
that's
probably would write that.
you know, and it was so funny. And then when Videl stood up to Gohan, and everyone's like, "Best waifu ever!" And then like the fan base went crazy, and I was like, "Yeah, she's a great character." And I'm surprised that they haven't done so much with the more development of Videl, because I think that
She's a developed character. I could I know there's a lot of girls like if you let's say if I was or if you were a girl and you saw some weirdo in a costume trying to be Superman doing all these weird poses, you wouldn't like him. You like get the fuck away from me. Why are you near me? But Videl, she saw past that. She saw Gohan, especially in the if you're watching Dragon Ball Z Kai, she saw that Gohan's trying to stand up for her against Popovich. She's starting to like Gohan's great Saiyaman personality, and that ultimately led her to become Great Saiyaman number 2, and that's changing her. So I guess you could say that Videl is taking a liking to the character. She's becoming more of herself. She's becoming more of a dweeb, but she doesn't care about it because that's how she wants to act.
yeah,
And I feel like Videl is like one of the lowest amount of girls in the world who would take you as you are, even if you are cringy and dorky. Yeah, I don't see a lot of girls taking Jacob Sartorius because he's cringy as fuck.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You know what? I think I know why Vidal is that way. Because if you're thinking about who her father is, Mr. Satan, that is like, sure, he's over the top. He's super cringy sometimes, but he's still a loving father. He cares a lot about Vidal. He does everything for her. You know.
Well, yeah, I feel like I want to disagree on that because like she was gullible because she let her to actually stop Cell until Gohan actually revealed that he was the one who stopped her.
Yeah, yeah, but still, if you're thinking about how Mr.
Well,
Satan,
yeah, she is still gullible, but
raised her up and all that, I can imagine that. Sure, she got a tomboyish personality because yeah, her father was the world champion and all that, and in the end, she grew up with like you never should base someone about their look, but more about the personality and how they are like a person inside. And yeah,
yeah.
I think it was a great combination, and I'm more interesting to see what they will do with Pan, because
Oh God, please don't make her into. She was fine in Z. I was completely fine with Pan and
yeah,
Z.
yeah, me
God,
too,
she just ruined her.
because to be honest, I really want them to recon the GT entirely because there are some aspects in the GT that were good. I mean, like Super Saiyan 4, the Shadow Dragons, and Baby, you know. But if you take away all the rest, the stupid para dance, the stupid Goku is a kid, and all that, and the ending, and you like redo it and do it much better with better story development, and you make it more like lore building.
If you tell us what happened to Goku at the end of fucking GT, where the hell did he go? That would have been a lot better.
I
We
mean,
don't know what the fuck happened to
I
Goku
mean,
in
in
GT.
the end, I think that ending was supposed to like show that Goku passed on, and he was not dead nor alive. He was like at a stage in between, and since Shenron for some reason wanted to go on a journey with Goku, I was like, what the fuck? Are they smoking crack or what? Because that makes no sense. How should Shenron, that was a creation of Dende, like disobey him in that way? It doesn't make sense.
It's just a lot of stuff. But I mean, like GT could have done a lot better, but we wish it was
Yeah, but that's why I'm happy that Super exists because now we get the chance to redo GT and still makes things better because I can imagine that their plan is when Super gets to that point where the Dragon Ball Z ended, with Oob and all that,
yeah.
they can show like a scene where Beerus and all the other god are watching from afar, and
Right.
the adventure continues on, and then you will have like the challenge of this shadow, the demon realm, and you can bring in the Toa and Mira from Xenoverse and Dragon Ball Heroes. I
I
mean,
kind of don't want that to happen, but yeah, I see where you're going.
but still, wouldn't that be awesome to incorporate the best stuff from other Dragon Ball franchise into it? Because
Yeah, I
if
feel like Toa is like trying to restrict themselves from going in the end of Z. When the fans are telling them, no, go past the end of Z.
yeah, that's what we
It's
want.
ruining Dragon Ball Super for me because in this Universe Survival arc, I'm like, oh, it's okay because Goku and them are actually going to survive. I don't care what's going to happen. I don't care if they get blown up or whatever. I know they're going to come back at the end of Z. So that's why I want the end of Z to happen. I want them to go past the end of Z so we know we're unexpected of what's going to happen. So
Yeah,
they have better time slots too because they can go 10 years in the future and then Goten and Trunks are actually more adults and we can just see more of them.
and we get a better version of them instead. Seeing Trunks being, or no, we're seeing Goten trying to be like a Justin Bieber character wannabe. I was like, oh, really?
Right.
Oh my god! When I saw that part, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to puke. Please, please, someone just kill me because that was laughable. Where Goten tried to flirt with the girl, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, you can fly! You can literally
Right.
pick her up and just do like Aladdin thing. Why?"
I feel like Goten's like different from all others because he's Gohan, Goku. They were just. I feel like Goten's more of Chi Chi boy because Chi Chi was after Goku. And
Yeah,
Goten's more after the girls, but yeah.
but still, if you have the ability to fly, wouldn't you use it to like impress the girls in that way?
I would, but then there would be like too many on me, and I just have to.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
But yeah, go
I
back to
I I need to ask. I need to. I'm sometimes wondering, since Android 18 is technically she's a cyborg. She's a human with a cybernetic implant on her.
yeah.
Does it mean she has a period?
Oh what? Oh, that's called a oil leak, I guess.
Oh my god, that's even worse.
You're on a
Oh,
curl and deal with that.
you know what? When for a couple of weeks ago, I talked to my buddy, and I show him the trailer for the Survivor arc, and he was like, "A female Broly, really?" And do you know what he said? And I could not stay quiet in the bus. He was like this. So what? Did she get her period, and that's why she's like a legendary form now? And I was like, "Oh my god, you're killing me, really?"
Yeah, too.
I mean, I don't want to sound sexist, but it's like they're giving us opportunity to say that in that way.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, I don't want to dive into that. I don't want. I'm not saying.
And I can imagine the Team Force will do the same.
Honestly, they don't give two fucks about anything.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's why I love them because their joke are like super spot on, with everything. And I really want to see the next Broly movie because I want to see how they will make that movie even funnier. Because the first Broly movie of Team Forza was like, oh god, that it was so good actually. I
It was
nearly
it was accurate that the most. It was really
yeah, and the Princess Strong stuff. Oh my god. You know what? After I saw that, I noticed that
I
there
know the
is
Trunks. He's like Trunks. You lied to me.
you
I
dirty
was like,
boy.
no.
Yeah, and he was like, Goku, instant transmission immediately. I was like,
Like,
wow.
do not.
Oh my god.
Oh, what were we talking about again?
Yeah. Do you think so? If do you think if many are fear that the Universe Survivor arc after this we will have like more arcs before they will turn down, they will like finish Super, because if their plan is just sticking around to the end of C and then Super will end just like the end of C did.
No, that's what one thing I'm worried about. If they're not gonna go past the end of Z, but I feel like they will.
If they would do
It's
that,
getting
if they
really
would do
close.
that, I would rather have them start a continue on, a sequel to C, saying that this is the reboot of GT, but much better, or something like that.
Right, yeah, and it's getting really close to the end of Z. So I mean, like, Toei has the potential to go past it, and I know Dragon Ball Super is not. I know a lot of people are worrying about it. If you go look in the Japan charts right now on the TV, on the network time, hell, even Crunchyroll, the most searched thing is Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, because
Dragon Ball
it's
Super is making cash everywhere.
that's one other thing is kind of bothering me. Why haven't they made a Dragon Ball Hero anime?
Well, I feel like it's gonna be more of a licensing purpose, but I mean, like, if they did do it for America, it would have gone. It would have been very popular because
Yeah,
it seems really interesting too.
yeah, because I would rather see if they would do like an anime showing that, oh, these kids playing a card game with the Dragon Ball character, and they go in that world and they fight several what if villain,
Yeah.
and then you have the perfect opportunity to spoil everyone with fan service fight, like, oh, I don't know, Super Saiyan 4 Gohan versus Nova Shenron, and many other things.
And it's very overpowered. Dragon Ball Hero, you think GT was bad? The Mass Saiyan is as strong as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Just think about that.
Yeah,
Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is weaker than the Mass Saiyan.
that's super weird. Yeah, I know. And what else? Like Super Saiyan 4 Broly is stronger than Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku in like he one-shotted them, and I was like, wow, that's the power scaling is like broken. There is no power scaling in the end. It's just like fight to the death.
Yeah, I feel like Dragon Ball Heroes is more of a Dragon Ball Z. It wants to be just fight, 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 and just give a little story in the
It's
background.
the Michael Bay of Dragon Ball, you can say.
Yeah,
And that's the thing. The fan base, I think that many people forgets that Dragon Ball is not about only the fights and the action. It's more about the slice of life and the comedy, because many people forgets that when Dragon Ball Z arrived to America and Funimation did the dub, they changed a lot of the tone and the dialogue to make it more heroic and more action driven.
yeah.
And some of the
That's why I said
scene,
like don't think that Goku has actually changed from Dragon Ball Z, because I wonder how Shine Someone's gonna play it because he is more of the heroic type, and if you actually watch the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Z,
yeah,
Goku is very selfish. That's why I'm saying Goku hasn't changed from that day because he has always been selfish. He will not change.
so I think that's why many people got like, why is he more selfish? And others like, no, he's always been like that. It's just that in the dub they changed his line to be more heroic and unselfish, but in the end it's reverse actually. So
Even in the whatchamacallit, in the Battle of Gods, the dub, Beerus was like, okay, I'm gonna destroy your planet, and Goku was like, oh, so you're gonna destroy millions of lives.
yeah,
He
that
never
was
said
a,
that in the Japanese dub.
yeah, he was like, I'm going to destroy because you disrespect me, because or I'm mad. That's what the reason was. And Goku's like, I'm going to fight you.
You have to destroy, if you want to destroy the planet, you have to get to me or something like that. Like, oh, you think you're that strong to destroy the planet? I bet you can't beat me or something.
Yeah,
Japanese Goku's like very cocky. That's what I like about him.
yeah. But it would be interesting to see when they get. I want to see Sean Schemmel Goku Black voice.
Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna tell. You can't tell Shine someone to look at Masako Nozawa because he says, I don't want to take inspiration from her because I want to make Goku my voice. And at a point, I do feel I agree with him, but it's kind of stupid because you do want to like get at least some ideas. But how long has Shine Shenmue been doing this? Like 20 years now. I think he knows how to do an evil Goku.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that I have respect and I have my trust on him because in the end, he is, after all, the voice of Goku in English. So, oh my god, you don't want to hear the Goku voice in Swedish. It's so fucking corny.
That's why I don't watch any of the fucking movies. I just watch. I got very suspicious of watching the Japanese version when Dragon Ball Super came out. I was like, I don't want to watch no high pitched Goku voice. It just really bothered me. But at a time, I kind of agreed that this is more Goku.
You know what? In the Swedish version of Dragon Ball, Goku's voice is like stupidly. His dialogue is like overly simplified and like I cannot explain, but it sounds like, oh, you cannot take it seriously enough. And I was like, I cannot watch this. I need to watch it in at least English or Japanese because that sounds more. You can relate to that more instead of the Swedish because it's like, why did he do it like that? Uh,
And I feel like I don't want to watch other versions because there's gonna be a lot of dub change. Do you think the English version would be bad? I feel like the Spanish version. My God, Spanish version.
the Spanish version is funny because it sounds like he's singing a lute. You know, he's like romantic. Each line Goku says is like both heroic and like singing in the same time.
Yeah, it is funny, but it's just like it's funnily stupid. I hate the dub in Spanish. I'm not trying to throw shades on.
No problem. I know.
It's trash. It's ridiculously trash. And I don't know if it's just the accent thing, but it's fucking terrible.
No, I can relate to that. I can relate to that because when I see things like Simpson in Swedish and I'm like, please kill me because no really because sometimes the voice in the Swedish language it is how you say it is a combination of several things that some words used in English, some words used in Germany, but the pronunciation is totally differently. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I mean, it's how you can say. At least I'm glad and thankful that the Swedish cartoon do not exist anymore, because it was ended about 15 years ago.
Damn, 50?
Yeah, 15 years ago, that was the last original television program for children that the Swedish channel made, and they ended. and that was the I don't know if you I don't know how to. It was a character named Pippi, a girl with twin tail. She was red and she was like super strong. She had a horse that she could carry over her head. I think Pippi Long Sock. If you heard about that.
No, I haven't.
Okay, that's the most famous character in Sweden when it's about cartoon, or a bear called the Bamse, the strong bear.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that bad. And you know how he gets strong? And you know how he gets strong? He eats super honey.
Okay. Can we go back to Dragon Ball, please?
Yeah,
Let's go
sure.
back to that waifu topic.
Yeah, okay. Which would you bang? Which would you date? And which would you... I don't know.
Smash, Marry, Kill.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about Bulma or Vados or something. Okay. Okay, I'll do the smash. Okay. This is very hard. I would marry Vado. Oh, wait. Okay, I would marry 18. I'd smash Vados. And... I don't want to kill off Chi because she's so misunderstood. I'm thinking about a girl that we don't like in Super.
There are not so many, actually.
I don't want to say Miran because she's actually kind of a badass. Who? You might want to cut this part out because I'm gonna be thinking a lot. Wait, I'm about to go on Google and see all the Dragon Ball girls. Dragon Ball girls. Okay, there's 18. There's Launch. Who's Ura? Okay, I kill Ursa.
Oh, her.
She's I think she's one of the girls from the Cell Saga with the 3 guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my list.
Let's see. I would bang 18. I would let's see. I would marry Vados, and then I would kill I would kill Marin.
Oh damn, Marin.
Yeah, not the children, not the kid of 18, but the stupid girlfriend that Krillin dated, you know.
Oh god, we forgot about Mai. Oh, Mai's a savage.
Oh, the future Trunks Mai. Oh, right, her.
Oh,
We need to talk about her.
This is a fucked up video.
Yeah, but we are kind of like tired and drunk, so yeah, let's continue on, guys. Future Mai.
Ursa is actually the girl from high school with Videl who was trying to flirt with Gohan. I wouldn't kill her. I'd kill Azania from the BoJack movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's not that good actually. She has a good design, but her personality is like a brick.
Yeah. I just can't believe we forgot about Mai. She looks so different from Dragon Ball. Like, what happened?
She got upgraded.
Yeah.
With a shotgun, literally. Can you imagine this sex they're having right now? Because holy crap! And I'm wondering if they're going to meet themselves because they are in a timeline where there exists 2 versions of them now. So I'm wondering, are they going to have like 4 plays or something like that? A 4-way?
Yeah, I don't really see the point of why Trunks would go back. Because Whis did said that okay, I'll bring you back to your timeline, but I'll let Beerus know about Zamasu from your timeline.
Yeah, so he can kill them. He can kill him and let get things over with.
Yeah, and it makes no fucking sense because I know Trunks has his mom. His mom is very dear to him. I understand.
Yeah.
And basically, Mai was with them, and he left us. He left his father. He left Gohan. He left Goku. And all little kid Trunks, and he left it for Mai and Bulma, or his mom, I guess, but mostly from Mai. And that's what I kind of hate because he was like 10 minutes away from Ra being born. Minutes.
That would be actually quite funny to see his reaction to like, oh my god, you actually pregnant, and like.
It
So
was so awkward because he was like, "Dad, you went in on Bowman." Then I guess this is where he went Super Saiyan Blue on his ass.
yeah,
And it would have been a better story too because he'd been like, okay, I'm not only fighting for me, I'm fighting for my mom, I'm fighting for little kid Trunks, I'm fighting for my dad, I'm fighting for Goku, Gohan, I'm fighting for my little sister. It would have been such a cool story if
yeah.
this.
I know, I know. I think that if Future Trunks would be in the survival arc, you know, he would take over Tien's place because I can see Tien get replaced for Future Trunks because he's more relevant in power and skills and like tactics.
Yeah.
Because I still think that Master Roshi has more experience than Tien.
I wouldn't say he has more experience. He is only trained by Gohan, at the most, and Vegeta a little bit. I wouldn't even consider the training with Vegeta besides the Cell Saga because he got beat up a little bit by Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and that was it.
Yeah.
Automatically God, I guess. I don't mean he's actually a literal God. I just mean like
And
yeah,
that's one thing we need to, you know, how will the Trunks from the original now with the young Mai, how will they turn out to be? Are they going to be exactly like Future Trunks and Future Mai? And how will Mai
no,
be?
because Mai had a hellish life because up till the I would say the Frieza saga that or the Cell saga or no how would I put it up to the Battle of God saga. That's when they start. Yeah, our Mai, the little kid Mai, she changed until the Dragon Ball Super, the Battle of God saga. When the Future Trunks Mai,
Mm.
she changed ever since the Android saga because that's when they attacked. So I feel like it would be a little too different because I feel like the Mai we have right now, she's gonna grow up and to be like 108 years old, and she's gonna be very preppy. She's gonna love Trunks, and then we're gonna have Future Trunks Mai who she's very scarred. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about that. She's not as scarred as Future Trunks because Future Trunks went through hell like
Yeah.
twice. She's scarred, but it's not to the point of how much Future Trunks like went. So I feel like they can relate more because they can share their sorrow, and they're happy together. That's the main thing. But it just makes no sense on how old is she, because realistically she should be like 55 right now.
I think
And how
older
old is
actually.
Trunks?
If you think like this, Mai is actually like 14 when she met Bulma in the first time in Dragon Ball, and Bulma was like 12 or I
I think she
think
was 16.
yeah, yeah. So and now Bulma is like what over 40, like
Yeah,
41.
Mai is older than Bulma, so how does that even?
So technically, what Mai is like 50 over 50 years,
I'd
and
say over 70.
yeah, yeah. So in the future, the future Mai is like what 17 years or something like that. Sure, she look hellish good for being
That's
17
that's what I'm
years.
saying. You can't hate on her. She's smart. She understands pain.
She has a
And
great
her sister
personality. She's a
Roshi.
badass.
Oh,
You know
oh,
what? I cried. I cried and was epic impressed when she shot against Samasu in the heaven, you know? And her rage moment was like, oh my god, that's so fucking beautiful. It's like the
it was
epitome
beautiful,
of.
but it just made no fucking sense. I was like, if I was Trunks, I'd just put the gun down on shoes. I'm like, no, just stop.
Yeah, but
Just
still,
go for
it
it.
was her way. It was her way to cope with the lost of all the things she fought for. You know, were just lost in a mere moment. So
Yeah.
okay,
It just
we
makes me
need to
wonder
talk. We need to
how long
talk.
she's been in the business. How long she's been in the business of these supernatural heroes that can block bullets like with their fingers,
Yeah,
and she's still trying to fire at the sky. That's immortal.
you know what?
Oh,
We need to talk about the god of destruction from Universe Two, the Hellish.
Heelys. I don't know.
I mean,
Oh, I just thought of something funny.
what?
My technically shot Goku Black twice.
Oh, right. She did actually.
She failed each time. No, honestly, I really wanted her to hit Goku Black in the head just to see his reaction.
I
Because
don't think I
he
don't think
survived.
he
He got
could
knocked
died.
out. He got knocked down, but it's just like he was like, "What the fuck? Who just hit me?"
Yeah, yeah. I think he got knocked out of the shockwave actually. So And I was like, damn, Bulma is super genius to create a bullet that can actually pierce meta-human strength, you know?
Yeah, the
The,
thing is, Goku's body was like at the level of God, I believe, at the most.
actually over.
Yeah,
Because,
over God, and Bulma created something that can actually stop or at least knock him down. Or
yeah, yeah.
pissed.
Because many people ask, why is Goku Black so strong? And that's because, well, Samasu actually realized how to utilizing the Saiyan body and usually, how you say, abuse the Senkai boost over and over to the maximum. That's why each time Goku Black fought in each battle, he grew up like over ridiculous strong in such short time. Goku doesn't know how to do that because he hasn't realizing it yet.
Right, yeah. And
So,
I don't know how to feel about
oh, I need to ask you: do you find Bulma attractive by now?
which Bulma are we talking about?
The Super Bulma.
I don't know.
You're thinking really hard. I actually can hear that.
It's just hard because I would smash Bulma until it got to the Zamasu point. If I was Vegeta, Goku hit my wife, Yamcha hit my wife, and then she tried to let Zamasu.
I mean, when I saw that, I was like, "Wow, Bulma! I know you're MILF, but damn, you're trying too hard, girl."
I was like, she even tried to twerk a little bit. She was like, "Let's Zamasu Khan."
I mean,
When she started stroking it up, I was like, "Oh my god!"
when I saw that, everyone lost their shit in the live stream. They were like, "Oh my god, it's becoming browser."
It's just really weird. Okay, Bulma in the Frieza slash Cell Saga, yes, that was her prime.
Really?
Uh, yeah, I would feel like that because she was more sassy and she was very easy, or not very easy. She was like when she was turned on, I feel like that's when she was at her best. She can, like, very lovable, I guess I could say.
Okay.
But the Boo Saga, it was just like she's very lovable. She's more lovable than the Cell Saga because when she heard out that Vegeta died, she broke down because Vegeta was all she had besides Trunks.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And I feel like she even break down even more if she heard that Vegeta or Trunks died in Super. But I feel like in looks and appearances, I feel like Bulma and Cell Saga was the best. In Dragon Ball Super, they're just pushing it. They're just
Yeah, yeah, and they're trying to make her look younger. I'm like, I know she's a genius and has a lot of money, but still, she's becoming like 45 or not, like, she's becoming in 50 age, and when you're nearing that number, you don't look as pretty as when you were like 20, when you were 20.
yeah, and exactly. What was that one guy that gave all the answers? He even called her out. He was like, don't try to hit on me because like your boobs got smaller. They're starting to sag a little bit.
Yeah.
And also when he invaded their house, she's like, why would I like see your saggy titties?
Yeah, I lost my crap that.
He was trying so hard. I bet he was like, damn, I fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, Vegeta got married to money, so he doesn't complain actually. And you know what's really funny? When I saw that Vegeta they're using this secretary because Bulma, they are living in her like cooperation facility
Yeah.
where they have employees. And I saw that secretary. I was like, don't tell me Vegeta is like, how you say, cheating on Bulma with that girl. Because if he do, oh my god.
Vegeta deserves some rights right about now. He lets. If he let Bulma hit on Zamasu, he might as well hit on a secretary or two.
Yeah,
Uh,
it would
I,
not surprise me actually.
and I just really, one of the two things I want to let happen because Vegeta already knows that Yamcha was with Bulma because during the baseball episode he gave him fucking hell on him.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what? That's what's really funny that Vegeta actually showed jealousy and like punched
Yeah,
out
and
Yamcha in that way.
she's like, "Oh, Yamcha, how you doing?" And she was twirling her hair, and I feel like Vegeta's like, "This bitch trying to cheat on me with Yamcha." So it was a funny episode, but whenever Bulma's talking about relationships or whatever, I wanted to slip out And or I want Goku to slip out. He's like, oh yeah, I remember that day when I tapped you right in the blunt in the pussy.
Oh
And
yeah,
he just
yeah. Oh, you know what? If the day they're referring to that moment where Goku actually touched her and said, "Oh right, you don't have a cock," and
yeah,
oh my god, that.
I would
Uh,
hype a Dragon Ball Super in front of Dragon Ball Z any day.
yeah, yeah. No, seriously. I
And
literally
funny thing
waiting
about
for that moment to happen because there are so many funny moments in
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball that they can use now in Super because Master Roshi can just say, "You were much pervert and much more sluttish when you were younger," and Vegeta would be like,
I want
"What?"
Vegeta to take the Dragon Ball, and then she's like, Roshi, where is the Dragon Ball? He's like, in front of Vegeta, he's like, oh, you're gonna have to do to me what you did like 20 years ago. And she's
Yeah,
like, and he just, his nose starts bleeding, and then she's like,
yeah, that would be so funny actually. Oh, you know what? About Roshi. I don't know if you. I think it was a filler moment, but I think it was in an episode where Roshi were traveling together with the 18, Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin.
oh yeah, and then he went for 18.
Yeah, and he was like grouping her really hard, and then 18 just pick her his head and like turning in. I mean, oh my god! I'm actually surprised Roshi head didn't like come off in that moment because. And I was like, wow, 18, you were really holding back in that moment because I was literally waiting you to punch him out of the vehicle. And that
Yeah,
was super funny actually.
yeah, it's just that there's so many things that Toei can do.
Yeah,
They
I
know,
know, I know it.
they know if they let the Goku secret out. I swear to God, the episode's gonna make hits. It's gonna be the best
Yeah,
that Vegito did because that's a secret. That's like a secret that you don't want Vegeta to know because he'll go Super Saiyan 3 for the first time if he heard that.
yeah. I hope you know what. Let's wait and see because I feel that Toei at this moment is actually listening to the fan base and doing the best what they can.
Yeah.
And sure, not all of their ideas are perfect. I mean, just like in the Super Trunks arc, but in the end, I'm still am grateful for what all things happen. We still got Super Saiyan Vegito Blue. We got the final Kamehameha cannon for once. We got the Goku, one of the best villain in the upcoming overall series, the Samasu, and right now we get a homage to Broly. I mean, only that is like unthinkable to think about. Actually, no one could guess that. Oh, in the upcoming arc, we will have a tribute to Broly, like from nowhere.
Right.
So I still think that we need to be thankful, folks, that we are in this golden age of Dragon Ball right now. We are in the re how you say recurring of the golden age of Dragon Ball. And let's just hope that it doesn't turn out to be GT or Dragon Ball Evolution ever again because we do not forgive, we do not forget, right?
Right. Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot of potential that Toei can do. Just that I feel like they don't want to make the wrong move because they know it's gonna cost Super.
Yeah,
That's the ultimate price. They'll do anything to keep Super alive, and it's just like
as
Super's making charts. It's doing stats. It's doing amazing.
making money,
And
making shorts, and I really hope that if they continue on with the moving the full length animated movie, new series like Dragon Ball Hero anime and many other things, I would really love to see Pride Trooper manga series or Jaco series more. There are so many potential. And for God's sake, Toei, please just release a hentai version of the night activity, of all the Dragon Ball pair, because in the end, it's like wasted. It's wasted marketing, guys. I mean, holy crap.
I had no ideas on this. This was all him. I'm not that much of a nerd.
Yeah, guys, you're like me. Just be honest, okay? Just to be honest for once.
This guy.
Okay, but still, I think we've talked about many things, and we need to round up. I think for the next for the next time, we'll try to invite someone else to be with us too. So, and we will bring on another anime topic. So,
Yeah.
let's see now. Have you seen any good anime topics that has a lot of, like, let's see, 18 plus material we can talk about? That's not hentai in the end, but close, you know.
You guys are fucking
What's wrong with that?
nothing. If you're into that, I play anywhere. I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of stuff. I'm just currently I'm watching My Hero Academia and Attack on Titan at the most.
Have you seen High School of the Dead?
No, I bet I did hear a lot about it.
Okay, your home assignment: watch High School of the Dead. It's only 13 episodes, so you can.
I can blaze through that one night.
Yeah. So, but please watch it in uncensored and the Japanese because it is better in Japanese than the English, actually, in my opinion.
Alright, I'll go check it out. But
Yeah.
I'll go bust a couple nuts before I watch.
Yeah, do so. But still, this has been GeekCorner and Raging Saiyan, and I hope you have fun with us. So yeah, subscribe to us, please. If you have any more you want to talk or join us, please comments, and we will plan ahead for it. Hear you out. Bye.